What's going on, Helmet Gang? My name is Ethan Densmore. This is the 9th episode of the Helmets Save Lives podcast here on the Helmets Save Lives YouTube channel, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening. Thanks for joining us. If you're from TikTok, thanks for following. Thanks for all the likes. We just hit 100K likes on the TikToks today. We had 100K likes. Absolutely unreal. The support is just, you guys are just smashing out of the park. A couple of huge things happening today. Big episode. Starting it off, I'm just going to jump into it. RoadID. If you have not heard of RoadID, it is a company that make wearable, I guess you could say, like life-saving devices, you know. So I first heard of RoadID. My dad and I did several bike races back in the day, kind of like a bike tour around Chicago and around Madison, Wisconsin. And they were like one of the title sponsors of the event. And I remember always seeing it, but oh, RoadID, like what is that? And like it was like you could pretty much, it was on like our bibs. It was like an ad where we could like write our information, just kind of have in case they needed to track us down on the course or whatever. But I never looked much into it, like what the actual RoadID was. Really until this past summer, like after my crash, I was like, hey, like I remember RoadID. I should go back to that. So I did. But before I hop into that, I just want to keep talking about it. It's just an incredible company founded by this family, and it's basically like to provide a way for people that if you get in an accident or if you get lost, something, it's a way that it's like a dog tag basically. So it's a wristband. You can get them for your shoes. You can get them for your dogs. They have several different styles, several different like sizes of the nameplate you can get. It's totally customizable, completely customizable. You can get like some cool nickname on it. You can get all emergency contacts if you want. You can put your allergies. Mine, I'm wearing it. Mine literally says Helmets Save Lives. Mine says Dope-Lance Armstrong. Mine has my name, my address, my birthday, my allergy information, and my mom's emergency contact. So it's incredible. So now why am I talking about RoadID? I am now officially a Team RoadID 2021 member. I'm a RoadID ambassador, which means I'm bringing you guys some exclusive deals, courtesy of me and my code, Helmets Save Lives. You can get 25% off your order at RoadID with my code, Helmets Save Lives. You guys all know it. It's my TikTok, it's my Instagram, it's my YouTube. Helmets Save Lives, 25% off, which is a great deal. These things run anywhere from like $25 to about $45. So you can save about at least like $8, $10. That's huge. That's huge. And starting out, I just want to play a video from their website. I'm just kind of talking about this guy's story, and then I'll keep talking about mine. So here's this guy, and enjoy.
My name is Brandon, and I hail from Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. I'm a fairly active person. I like to run, long distances, ultra marathons, and done Ironman in the past. The sort of funny thing is, I'm also a full-time paramedic. One day in the summer of 2015, I was doing a bike ride, training for an Ironman, and I was sideswiped by a van that kind of came out of a side street, and I didn't have time to get out of the way. Ended up on the ground and did a front flip and landed on my head and my shoulder. It was pretty messed up as a result of it. So, the good people around me phoned 911. I didn't have any wallet on me. I didn't have my cell phone. All I had was this little guy. And this was all I needed. The police and the paramedics were able to take the identification off my wrist, and I had my health card number and my name, my emergency contact. They were able to get a hold of my father, who was my emergency contact at the time, and he met me at the hospital. So having, this RoadID on my wrist made lives a lot easier for myself and for the staff and everybody who took care of me. I know from personal experience when I'm working in the field how difficult it can be when you come across somebody that is otherwise unknown, and to us they become a John or a Jane Doe. And now you're sort of doing your best educated guesswork to try and figure out who they are and whether or not they have any medical conditions you need to know about, or them having some form of ID on them. As a professional makes our jobs infinitely easier. And this might be the difference between you getting great care and nobody knowing who you are. It made my care and my life that much easier after my accident. And when I was unable to speak for myself, RoadID was able to speak for me. And you never know when you're going to need it.
Wow. Okay, so I will have that video linked below. I figured it wouldn't work well holding my phone up. There's a lot of moving parts, but anyway, that just shows, man. That's just a crazy story, and that's part of why I bought it. I think that's part of why I bought it initially. And now it's cool that I get to work with him. So, yeah, I mean, for the similar reasons he has, like I felt like after my crash, I wanted to kind of have a way that I could depend on something like outside of myself. Like I pretty much always have my phone on me. Usually have my license, my wallet, but just having something so easy on your wrist, like having something that you can just literally strap on like an Apple Watch, it's incredible. And that, I mean, I love personal testimony. I obviously share my story, kind of talking about helmets, and now to hear this guy talking about why he wears a RoadID, I think it's the same thing, and I think that's why it's really cool. So through this company, I will also. This is super exciting. Make sure you're ready for this. I get to do giveaways. Through RoadID. I can't remember exactly how often it is or how much, but I know that as ambassador, they kind of send me, I think it's like monthly or like quarterly care packages, and then there's like certain kind of like requirements I got to follow. But so yeah, definitely stay tuned. You guys are gonna be seeing a little bit more content focused on that. But I think if anything, this is going to help me grow. I already have grown through this other community I've become a part of. Through this Team RoadID, we have a whole like Facebook group. We have a Strava group. Like I've already met so many incredible people who've kind of just really like supported me and my movement. And it's been cool to see a lot of other people's stories, very similar to mine, and kind of how like bike safety is also a big priority to them. This company, I mean, bike safety is huge to them. So that's really cool that. I mean, just getting to be part of this. So there was one more thing I wanted to read too. I didn't have it pulled up, but let's see if we can find it. While I'm talking, here is the mission. That's what I wanted to find. Let's talk about the story. So RoadID. So the inspiration for RoadID was born in the fall of 1999. For my father, the inspiration was his concern for me as I was training for my first marathon. For me, the inspiration was a black King Kong-sized pickup truck that I nearly came face to face with on a long Sunday run. Earlier that fall, I began training for my first marathon. My father worried about me logging all those miles and would often tell me to be safe. One day he suggested I carry an ID so that he could be notified if an accident happened while I was training. I dismissed that suggestion, and I thought, what could possibly happen to me while running? I'm going to skip down a little bit. A few months later, from my father's damp basement, he and I launched RoadID. To us, RoadID has always been more than a business. We are on a mission to save lives and make the difference in the world. Since 1999, we have received countless thank you notes from customers that have used the RoadID as an accident. Okay, they have a whole testimonial page, which I am in the process of getting my story on. This started by a father and son, which I think is super, super cool. So their mission statement is, 1, to educate outdoor enthusiasts about the importance of wearing an ID, and 2, to provide these athletes with innovative identification products that they will want to wear. They want to include as part of their gear. And their dream is to see a day where everybody is wearing IDs and they're as common among athletes as wearing a seatbelt is among motorists, which is the same with helmets. I think my mission is the same type of thing. So that's why I think it's really cool that I get to work with these guys. Like I said, I'm going to be bringing you kind of sneak peeks of products. I get exclusive first looks. So I'll be sharing what I can. Really looking forward to you guys getting a discount on this. This is my second one. My first one, I think I threw away on accident because I kind of left it on the main kitchen island. But my second one, I love. This is the 19 millimeter version. There's a little bit thinner, 13 millimeter version. But yeah, this one has 6 lines of text. So like I said, helmets save lives for 25% off your RoadID order. This company is absolutely incredible. So they're on Instagram. They follow me if you want to find them, or I'm following them too at RoadID. You can also find their website, roadid.com. So super fast shipping, super great customer service. I've messaged them, I've emailed them. I haven't talked to anybody specifically over the phone, but just incredible company. And like I said, I'm honored to be working with them. RoadID, if you're listening, let's keep making change. Let's keep both of our movements. Let's keep saving lives and fueling adventure. Oh my God, my laptop. We good? Oh, my laptop just. I think the screen like timed out or something. Holy cow. Um, so yeah, I mean, obviously incredible to be with you guys. So yeah, that's that big thing. Also, on another note, speaking of RoadID, I got to use my RoadID. I got to ride outside. I got to use my RoadID for the first time all year. I'm drinking a homemade Shamrock Shake. So, cheers to springtime in March coming soon, and my birthday. Let's go. ASMR helmet style. Okay. But yeah, so I got to ride outside. So, what was it, 2 days ago? On Tuesday, it was like 45, and I was like, you know what? This is my chance. I'm gonna hop outside. I got an early text from Nathaniel. He was like, "Yo, like, you going out?" And I was like, "I don't know." And to be honest, I hadn't thought about it. So Nate, if you're listening, you're the reason I got out, because I was not thinking about it. But I did. I did only like 7 miles because but my plan was to ride to, like, there's this main trail that goes along like the river, like where I'm at, and I was gonna ride to that trail. But the thing is, it's like a 3.5, like 3-ish, like mile, yeah, like 3.5, like mile ride to get over there. Kind of like you loop through my neighborhood, go like on this busy street, go in like another neighborhood, and then you're kind of like almost there. So, but to get there, I did kind of, I'm on this like sidewalk path kind of thing, and part of it they just hadn't plowed at all. Like most of it, it was still kind of slushy, so it was a little bit weird. But most of it just wasn't plowed, and like this like 100-foot section. I mean, after that it was, but there's like the busy street right there. Maybe I could have gotten around it, but I figured I would just kind of I would just turn around. So I ended up kind of staying in the neighborhood most of the time. But man, did it feel? It felt so great to be on the bike. It felt so great to be on the bike. It was the coolest thing, just to be out riding again. Obviously, I hadn't been in the trainer much either, as you guys know. So just to be biking in general was great, and to just be outside, man. It's been before, like this past week, it was just so cold. It was like negatives. It was like single digits for a long time. So be outside was great. It felt absolutely amazing. I'll also be back on the Diablo. It's not next to me anymore. It's upstairs on my little stand where he belongs. Hopefully I can. Thought about going out today, but I may end up. Let's see what the weather is the next few days. I may end up. It's gonna be high of 20, high of 39 tomorrow. Okay, high of 41 tomorrow. 3 o'clock. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. So, obviously waiting for more snow to melt, waiting for stuff to kind of get ready. But yeah, overall, I think like not really too concerned about. I obviously want to get going, but I'm not too concerned about where I'm at right now. I think that just I'm kind of back into the mindset that I had when I was first riding again after my crash. It was like I just want to be able to ride again. I just want to be thankful I can ride again. I just want to be spending time on the bike. Like if I'm going 12 miles an hour, if I'm going 16, if I'm going, if I'm, I mean, who knows if I'm making any, if I'm getting any KOMs yet? Probably not. But just trying to be on the bike. I mean, it was the first 7 miles on the pavement all year. My last ride outside was like December 28th, something like that. So it had been almost 2 months since I got to ride outside. So that was huge. It just felt great. The legs felt great. It felt a little bit tense at first, but just obviously awesome to be back on the bike. So outside of that, I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide if I want to get, I guess maybe if anybody knows, any sort of bike computer suggestions. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get a more advanced bike computer, because the one I have, it's an okay one from Amazon. It's not amazing. It was $20, and it works well. It gives me speed, time, distance, average, all the kind of stuff that you need. It even gives you temperature, which is kind of weird for a cheap computer. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to get like a nicer like Wahoo or Garmin one. Those usually like the entry level Wahoo is like 200, which is not terrible. I mean, considering what it is, like it's got a really nice interface. You can run Cadence, obviously. You can kind of connect your Strava live to it. So that's really appealing, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of in this weird spot with biking where I want to obviously like get fast, like be able to consistently do long rides, be able to kind of like work my way up on like Strava leaderboards, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like I said, I kind of have that mindset too, where I'm like, I want to just ride, I want to just enjoy it, I want to just be spending time outside with my friends. So I'm not totally sure what the plan is. So I think the plan is just to get outside when I can. Oh, that's what's weird too. I was gonna say, like, if we're thinking about like late last year, like winter, it'd be like 35, 40. I was like, oh my god, it's so cold. Do we even go out? Like me and Nathaniel would be like, should we even ride today, man? It's like 36. Like it's almost freezing, and it was like 43 or but the other day. I mean today was in the 30s, and it's like 43, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going. Like no doubt. Like that's just the weirdest thing how you kind of like disregard like the temperature considering like what season it is. Like now that it's almost springtime, we're like, hey, it's 40. That's so hot. I'm walking outside to grab the mail in like a t-shirt and shorts. Where if it was like November and it was that, I'd have like a hoodie on, my sweatpants, maybe even a coat too. But anyway, let's kind of wrap around to the road ID stuff. I wanted to kind of highlight that again before we dip here. Okay, so yeah, if you got any suggestions on the computers, hit me up in the comments. Obviously, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'm always available there. So, where was the thing I was gonna read? Uh, um, I can't find it. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah. Okay, here's something else I thought was really cool. So one of the main things on their website, they say this is back on Road ID. They say purpose over profit. It's not about the money. Yes, we have to care about the lines, most because our staff likes to get paid, and Rand's doing the first. But at Road ID, we put our purpose first. More specifically, we're laser focused on saving lives, providing peace of mind, and fueling adventure. How? I mean, obviously, saving lives. That's me. How am I saving lives? But yeah, like fueling adventure and providing a peace of mind. I mean, I feel like in a way, that's like what helmets do. I think that's a very similar type of thing to provide that peace of mind, literally, and your peace of mind. Like, um, have that kind of trust. People want to trust what they buy. They want to trust the machine. They want to trust the product. So, having something that people can rely on and people can depend on, I think is what helmets kind of fall to. Um, where was something else they said? Um, Yeah, but I think that's the main thing I want to highlight because I saw that when I was finishing up the other thing. But yeah, so Road ID, helmet save lives, 25% off, as I said. I have nothing but great things to say about them. The shoe are comfortable. I mean, there's a whole bunch of, it's literally like an Apple Watch band. It's really adjustable. The other one's like a little clip thing here. I love it. I love it. It definitely is like a confidence thing, which I think is huge for a lot of people, especially when I was kind of having like the PTSD after my crash, having something you can kind of like fall back on to be like, yeah, like this is something that, like literally a peace of mind. That's literally peace of mind. Like to know that if you do get a crash, that like the likelihood of you being treated like well, if I'm all alone and I need someone to treat me like the way that I was when I was in the whole group last July, I know that this will help me. It has like my medical information, my contact, my address, my name, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's some cool stuff on it too, but like I think that's so huge. I mean, if you haven't fallen before, and if you have fallen before, or if you ride alone, if you ride in a group, I think if anything, having your whole group have stuff because I I don't know what allergies like Nathaniel has, or what his dad's birthday is, or like, and they also don't know like what that information about me. I mean, my birthday, I would hope, but um, like some of the medical stuff. So that's why it's so important, and that's why I think it's really important. I mean, that's why I'm excited that I can work with them because I'm definitely buying these or I'm not, if not buying them, I'm definitely not buying them. Trying to encourage people to buy in my group, in my like area, and all of you guys to buy these because I think that these really are something that everyone can benefit from if you're a. Oh, and that's something too. Like they do running. They do running too. It's a huge community of runners. It's bikers, but also runners. So like they understand that like anybody, any sort of athlete on the road, ID literally like wants to have one of these. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this episode. If you're not following the TikTok, follow the TikTok. If you're not following the Instagram, hit up the Instagram. If you're not, sub to this YouTube, which I'm sure you're watching on right now. If you're not, you're listening on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts. Hop over to the YouTube. I've been cranking out some Q&As. I did like a helmet review. I got some other fun videos about my crash and other stuff. Obviously, the Instagram too. A lot of you guys have bounced over there, but Instagram, I have a lot of pictures and videos that I can't post on TikTok due to their community guidelines. So if you want to see exclusive pics or any kind of stuff, or you want to DM me, hit me up on Instagram, of course. Anyway, obviously, love you guys. Appreciate all the support. It's been absolutely incredible. We're continuing to grow every single day. I can tell you guys are sharing. I can tell you guys are loving the stuff. So I really appreciate it. I'm super grateful. As we transition to outside riding, of course, I know people will stop wearing beanies, which means hopefully people are going to be wearing helmets again. But also means people could be wearing snapbacks instead. So share with your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister. Always wear a helmet. You guys know how it be. So anyway, helmets save lives. Thank you so much, Helmet Gang. We'll see you in episode 10. Episode 10. Hopefully we can get a guest soon. I've been trying to work out some guests, but it's kind of it's been tough lately. So anyway, hopefully you guys are wearing that helmet, staying strong, keeping well, wearing that mask, wearing a helmet, wearing your RoadID, 25% off. Helmet save lives. Come on. Anyway, helmet save lives. See ya.